make sure that it works. Hello, everyone. Thanks, Amanda, for the introduction. Hope you're enjoying the event. So far, yes, I'm very, very pleased to be here to share some insight from local government procurement in terms of circular economy, specifically in procurement for local government. What I'm going to cover today is how this one, the timing works, because still is 20. So I want to make sure that I can reach to exactly. Yes, now it works. What I'm going to cover today is just a bit of info about circular economy principles. I know you know more than me, and then some outlining some policies in Australia around this context. Specifically, later I'm going to talk about the role of procurement in circular economy, some challenges that councils facing to go towards circular economy missions, and then at the end I'll outline some of recent innovation at LGP that we have done in terms of circular economy procurement. Just to give you a heads up, there are many slides, but majority of them are images. Unlike, as you know, again, you know about circular economy, unlike traditional model, circular economy focus on keeping the products and materials in the circle as long as possible to maximize their value and minimize the waste. And to me, the gist is about the attitude, is about the behavior that keep these three principles in mind when we are designing our product, when we are using our product, and finally we are disposing our product. This is just some of the few important documents in Australia. I think one of the most important one is Australian Circular Economy Framework, recently published actually last year, December, and it's quite interesting document aiming to double our circular rate by 2030. It includes 3 targets. And then when I checked all these documents, almost every one of them highlighted the importance of procurement in this context. For example, this is extracted from New South Wales Circular Economy Policy, Too Good to Waste. And as you could see, sustainable procurement is one of the key focus area supporting you to reach your circular economy goals. But how? This table shows some practical examples in terms of how procurement can make a significant impact in your circular economy missions. For example, in terms of policies and procedures, procurement departments can develop and implement some policies to encourage staff to assess the necessity before purchasing a new item. In terms of planning, procurement departments can support in terms of prioritizing leasing or rental option or sourcing second-hand. In terms of sourcing, procurement departments can prioritize or can add more weight to criteria such as durability, repairability, recyclability. In terms of contract management, procurement departments can support you by negotiating with negotiating within the contract with suppliers to support you and talk with suppliers that accept the return once the product life cycle is done. So as you can see, procurement can make a huge impact. And to my personal opinion, there is no circular economy without procurement. To support councils within this mission, here in this slide, I outlined some of the recent innovation that we have done in circular economy procurement. I will go briefly talk about each of them as time allows me to go on. So the first and second one is about researching and analyzing the market in terms of yeah, in terms of what would be the biggest challenges, what would be the recommendation to overcome those challenges. So we identified, and the findings were published in our white paper and also discussion paper. This is one of the findings that we identified. The biggest challenges that right now sector, in this case local government, is dealing with. And as you know better than me, again, lack of staff knowledge is the key one, and insufficient leadership support. I think this is the interesting one, as their role is very, very important and critical in terms of endorsing and securing resources while you are going to initiate your circular economy initiative. Cost, always a common challenge, and to me, it's not just for circular economy, for any new initiatives, cost would be one of the biggest challenge, and at the end, supply chain issues. And then we found that council staff mentioned that there are some struggling to find some circular product and services in the market, in supply market, and then also suppliers are not that much willing to go towards addressing these points. So what we did, to overcome these circular economy challenges, we offered 4 key actions to drive circular economy in councils. Each action includes a set of recommendations. I'm not going to go all of the recommendations, as they are clearly explained in our white paper and discussion paper publicly available via our website, LGP. But the most important one is developing a comprehensive training program. It's really, really important that this program is tailored to council's procurement staff. So what we did was we made a partnership with a leading company in terms of circular economy, Anvata. I think Mauri, the CEO, is here. And then to develop a training program. So what makes this program unique is about it focus on circular economy, local government, and procurement. So we are actually in this program, the content is designed to support you in embedding circular economy principles in procurement planning, how you can add it to your procurement plan, or how you can add it in your business needs analysis. In terms of sourcing, how you can add in your sourcing document, RFD, RFQ, and finally, how you can add in your contract management in terms of clauses and KPIs, and more importantly, how we can measure the impact. The second strategy here that was about market research for sustainable product and solution. Again, back to the challenge of struggling to find some circular product and solutions. What we did is that we created a circular economy filter tags in our contract panel. As you may know, LGP has around 35 contract panels, including around 1,300 pre-approved suppliers. So what we did, we created RFI using, including the questions targeting different aspects of circular economy, such as recycling, reduce, repair, recycling, and so on. And then we sent to suppliers, our approved suppliers, we collected the information, assessed, and we gave them a badge. So this is a simple demonstration how it works. So imagine that a council staff wants to buy some laptops. They go to related ICT contract panels, buying laptops. And then what they usually can see is that, okay, after going through the process, it's a very easy process, we'll see a list of suppliers, around 50 suppliers, 2 pages, that can provide you laptops. However, what you can add is that, what we added is that we added this filter. So within this filter, you can see that, let's say council wants to, okay, I want to have laptops, and also I want to make sure that supplier accepts returns at the end of laptop life cycle. So you click return here, and here we are, the list of suppliers that not only give you laptops, but also they accept return. So you may use it for other, like circular economy aspect that you could see here, and also in different contract panels. The second key action, we would say, is to promote executive leadership. It's mainly how you can get leadership buy-in, and I know it's pretty hard. One of the recommendations that we suggest is incorporating circular economic goals into strategic plans. Different strategic plan that you may have, community strategic plan, operational plan, specifically in local government and councils. Climate change policy, biodiversity strategies. So having the sign and footprint of these circular economy principles in those high-level strategy documents can be really, really helpful once you go and present your business case to your executive team to get approval and endorsement for doing that. So what also LGP did, we took an interesting project that we reviewed community strategic plan, the environmental goals within the community strategic plan, and we found that waste has been mentioned as a #1 more frequent word across all 128 New South Wales Council's community strategic plan. We did another round of analysis, and then we found that these are the 5 key themes, environmental themes across community strategic plan, and as you could see, waste management circular economy comes at the second. We did again another round of analysis on the data that we collected, and again you could see that waste, of course, the biggest one, and then circular economy here just emerging in this case. The next action, the next recommendation is actions about key performance indicators and reporting. You know better than me that if you cannot measure something, you cannot manage it. Yes? So it's really, really important that you measure the impact of your circular economy initiatives. So what we did is that to support council in this case, we created a measurement toolkit to support you to measure the impact of your circular economy related procurement policy and procedures, and also in their procurement process. It includes a set of indicators, criteria aligned with the Australian Circular Economy Framework and also ISO 59000. And then it's also interesting that you can also, it allows you to customize the weight based on the priority of your councils, because some councils goes for fixed rate, which is good, but the more accurate approach is that the weight should be flexible based on the priorities. Action 3 is more about managing costs. There are again some recommendation here. So the most important one I would say is looking for external funding sources. There are several external funding sources, EPA, DQ, they offered that, and also at LGP we are pleased to say that we also released our LGP Procurement Capability Grant program. It's released, I think the due date is 5th of June. So if you have something in mind and then you need financial support specifically in terms of your improvement or circular economy, please reach out to our BDM, reach out to our website. You can see more information about how you can apply for LGP grant. I think it's more than $150,000. Action 4. Is about how you can manage your supply chain. So there's again some recommendations here, but what actually I'm going to talk about it is really important is about supply performance evaluation criteria. This is critical because we have seen something in councils that yes, we embedded circular economy principles in your plan, in your procedures, in your policy, procurement framework, manuals. But in terms of the next step, which is the implementation, there is a lack of evidence that you can connect the next step, which is the sourcing process, to your planning process. So we have something in as a policy, but in terms of connection with the sourcing, it should be more to do. So supply performance evaluation criteria helps you to turn actually those policies and principles and goals that you had in mind and turn it to supply selection evaluation process. So you can make sure that whoever suppliers, whatever they come out of the evaluation process, they will be aligned with your policy. So what we did at LGP is that we significantly revised our tender evaluation process, and by adding a sustainability, including circular economy in the procurement process. This is just one example from ICT contract panel recently released and enclosed. So you can see that these are the type of questions based on the specific type of category that we expect to see from suppliers. The next recommendation for this action plan is about supply code of conduct. And again, to summarize, it's just more about all these recommendation is how you can be on the same page with your suppliers and how we can manage all the issues related to your supply chain. So supply code of conduct is one of the, again, critical documents that you may have. This is an example that recently we published at LGP with all our pre-approved contractors. So really, really important in terms of clarifying the expectation and with your suppliers, because we get often some inquiries from suppliers that they say that we're not sure that what council expect us to do, or they ask us something very generic, and then we also provide something generic, and at the end we don't know how we can support them in this case. So it's really, really important in terms of your communication. This can be done in different ways. You can publish this one in your website. You can have a workshop. In your tender briefing session, for example, you can clearly explain about these type of documents. So which makes it very helpful in terms of being aligned and supporting your suppliers to be aligned with your process. I think I'm done. If you have got any question or concerns, I'm more than happy to answer your question. Thank you very, very much for your time.